Hi students. Unfortunately, I can't be with you today to walk you through the next steps of our writing process project, so I thought I'd make a little video to help smooth some things over. If you look at the first page of your writing process packet, you will notice that today your interview is due. We are going to discuss body paragraphs. You've already actually read your mentor text, and you will begin writing. In place of this mentor text, what I'll have you do when this video is over is go fill out a Google form. To fill that out, what you'll be doing is letting me know what your plans are for each part of the writing process. When you went through the stations the other day, you should have walked through the essentials of the writing process. We haven't had a whole lot of time in class to debrief this, and we were planning on doing this today in class if I were there. If I was there. There we go. So what you need to be thinking about is what are your preferences as you go through each of these steps. Step one is you need to narrow your topic. You've already read a mentor text, so you know that for this paper you're going to be writing about several character traits that you believe to be an essential part of having good character. Your sources that you're pulling from to inform your ideas are your interview, the article, and or one of the quotes that we read. In order to narrow your topic, you have to have an idea of the structure of your paper and what you're aiming towards and how much content I'm looking for. So we'll talk about that today. When we get to the body paragraph portion of today, make sure that you're thinking about how you want to narrow your topic. Also in class on Friday, we went through a brainstorming process after we read some of the sources together. And you brainstormed some ideas that you might want to pull for your essay, which is awesome. You can totally use that brainstorm if you think that it's usable, if after this video you think you went in the right direction. So we'll talk about brainstorming in just a little bit. Step 3 is an outline. I know that some people might really prefer to use a lined outline like the one that's provided for you in your writing template packet. However, you do not have to do that. You can start typing right in a Pages document if you prefer. But for this step, so that I can see your writing process, if you decide to start typing your draft, will you please label each section just so that I can see what you're thinking. This process is all about slowing down and thinking about how to show your writing process. So labeling those different parts of a body paragraph will be helpful for me and for you when we get into the revision portions of this writing process. You probably won't get to this today, but we'll also talk about writing a draft, and then we'll get feedback and revise together later. So if you remember from the process, or from the stations activity the other day, you and some classmates went through these processes in small groups, and you talked through what you wanted your environment to be like, or what your preferred environment for writing is. You talked through narrowing your topic. You talked through different ideas with brainstorming. You looked at several options of outlines. You talked about the order that you write a draft, how you stay motivated, how long it usually takes you to write an essay. And I can't remember if we had a station for feedback or revision or not. But what I'd like to focus on today is narrowing your topic, brainstorming, and choosing an outline. I know that each of you are probably in different thinking modes when it comes to this paper. Some of you might feel really confident in your ideas already, and you feel like you're ready to go to the outline. What I want to challenge you to do is at least think through how you want to narrow down your topic. I will, in the Google form that you're going to take, I've listed out these things that inspire you or help you to deduct how and narrow down what you want to write about specifically. I've also listed out some brainstorming options. I would like to see what you're thinking in terms of how you're going to brainstorm the different traits that you want to write about from your interview and write about from your article and or your quote, or those quotes. The difference between narrowing your topic and brainstorming is this. Narrowing your topic is when you look at all of the options that you've got on the table. So for narrowing this topic, you may look at 4 or 5 different traits to write about, maybe 6 or 7 or 8, depending on what stuck out to you. You may look at several different quotes. You may look at several different paragraph sections from that article that you looked at, and you're going to narrow down the things that stuck out to you. When you brainstorm, you're taking those narrowed topics. So the goal of narrowing your topic is to land on 2 to 4 traits that you want to write about that are essential to having good character. The goal of your brainstorming is to develop the support from your sources that will bolster your opinions and make your writing strong and convincible, if that's a word. So brainstorming is when you're developing more support. Narrowing your topic is when you're narrowing down topic sentences and claims. That might be a way to think about it. And then your outline is when you put all of that together. So let's scroll down to the practicing the process section. This is where we specifically talk about your writing assignment. You have completed an interview. What we haven't done together as a class, what I haven't given you time to do, is brainstorming and narrowing your topic surrounding your interview. For every one of you, it's a requirement that your paper pulls something from the person that you interviewed in terms of what it means to have good character. The other options that you have as sources are this page of quotes and this article. I think when we initially went over this in class, I confused several of you. So let me clarify what I mean by looking at this mentor text. And actually, I'm going to scroll down and look at this essay structure. This is page 14. You can probably see that here. So everybody's essay is going to have a grabber, an elaboration, a bridge, and a thesis. I don't think that y'all talked about elaboration yet. We are not going to talk about the introduction today. I will start our block day class. Hopefully I'll be back by then with talking about your introduction. Feel free to read about that here if you want to go ahead and get started with that. Basically, elaboration just means, can you explain the context of your grabber? So let's look at your body paragraph structure. This is the meat of your paper. The first thing that you need to know is that the first sentence of a body paragraph is the topic sentence. You may want to start with a transition word and then make a promise to the reader about what you will talk about in this first topic. Your topic sentence should be very clear and it should be more on the general side. So a very simplistic topic sentence might be something like, I interviewed my older brother, and from this interview I learned that good character must consist of gratitude. It's very simplistic. In the mentor text, the very first topic sentence says, first, good character is made up of gratitude. That is the simplest, clearest topic sentence. It's not very wordy. It introduces the topic of this paragraph and even the next. So it's better to keep your topic sentences simple so that your paper is very clear. Next is your claim. Your claim is what you think a little bit more specifically about that trait. In the topic sentence, you're introducing the fact that you're going to be discussing the topic of gratitude or the trait of gratitude as a part of good character. In your claim, you're going to give a little bit more context for your argument surrounding your idea that gratitude is a part of good character, or whatever trait you happen to be writing about. Your support is a very specific example of something from your interview or article or quote that proves or shows a reason why this trait is in fact a part of good character. So it's proving your claim to be true. And then your analysis is explaining why this example has, I think this is not updated actually, sorry about that. This support, your analysis is explaining why, your support is a good example of proving your claim. So, and then you're going to have a second set of claim support analysis and a clincher. A lot of you were a little bit worried about the freedom within this assignment. So let me give you some suggestions. My first suggestion is that you model your essays after the mentor text. I think your first topic sentence, claim support analysis, and clincher should come from your interview. So what that means is maybe you learned about one or two traits that are an essential part of good character from your interview. If you feel like you learned about more than one trait and you really can't narrow it down, then pick two to talk about from your interview. Let your first claim support analysis be a set proving the first trait, and let your second claim support analysis prove your second trait from your interview. Your topic sentence could be something like, I interviewed my brother and learned a good deal about character, that gratitude and integrity are vital parts to having good character. And your clincher sentence would tie everything together and remind the reader that in your interview you learned that integrity and gratitude are essential to good character because they really shape your heart. Don't use the word your, sorry. So I would suggest that the first set of topic sentence, claim support analysis, clincher come from your interview. And then what you need to do is repeat this. That's what this note means. Repeat A through H a second time for your second body section. All that means is you're going to have double this. So my options for you are that you can pull for your second set of topic sentence, claim support analysis, clincher. You can pull from either your article or your quotes or a combination of the two. So if you really resonated with this article and you think that you found two traits from this article that stick out to you, and you found really specific things that this writer says about these character traits, then pick the article and pick one trait to talk about here and one trait from the article to talk about here. If you really resonated with some of these quotes and you feel like you can go to town explaining their significance, pick one of these quotes or two of these quotes and have a topic sentence claim support analysis about two of the quotes. The other option, and this is actually what your mentor text does, is it takes a topic sentence claim support analysis. The first one covers, I believe it covers a quote, and the second set of claim support analysis covers covers something from the article. So you've got a lot of options within this body paragraph structure. Why have I given you so many options? I know that that can be frustrating, especially for some of you rule followers, but what I need to acknowledge is that you are all inspired by many different things. So for some of you, you will really resonate with this really fleshed out paragraph about integrity or honesty. Some of you might really like to explain what you think these people mean in these quotes. I want to allow for some creativity so that you're able to write in ways that are unique to your thinking and your opinions. So to recap, what we're doing today is you are about to think through how you're going to narrow your topic. Maybe you've already done that, great. Just let me know what your process was with that. I want you to brainstorm ideas using one of these ways or some of the ways that are in your writing process pack, the template packet, or you can come up with your own, whatever works. And I want you to develop your support and your analysis even for all of the sources that you plan to use. And then if you get this far today, you can outline. Just to recap. So today, that's this day. I don't know if it doesn't highlight. This day, the 3rd, today you're going to fill out a Google form letting me know what you intend your writing process to look like. And then you're going to get started writing. For some of you, you're going to need to start by narrowing your topic. For some of you, you're going to need to start by, maybe you've already narrowed your topic and you want to start brainstorming. But what you need to know is that I will check your writing process on block day at the end of class. By the end of class on block day, you need to show me that you have done something within these first few steps to begin your writing process in an effective way. It might be tempting to you because I'm giving you so much freedom to skip some of these steps, and that is not the goal of this process. I want you to explore different ideas and different approaches to the writing process, things that you might have never tried. So we'll have one writing process check on block day, and then we'll have our second one on September 9th, and then the following block day, your first draft of your paper will be due. We will do some revision, and your final paper will be due on Friday of next week. So this is going to be a quick turnaround. I want you to use your class time wisely. You'll have a lot of time on block day to work after we double check everything. Another side note, Amila pointed out to me that there is an incorrect answer on the answer key on the Google form. If you notice that, don't worry, I'll adjust your scores. It will be fine. I hope y'all have a great day. If you have questions, you can post questions in the Show Me folder that is housing this video, and I will try my best to respond to them. And I hope you have a great day. Please go find the Google form titled Your Writing Process.